Here's our boat, the Relaxed Companion, in its slip here at the Europe Boat Trading Marina. And let me give you a tour of this facility. And it starts right here. There's a little dock. Well, there's a gap next to the Strasbourg, which is an impressive old dinner ferry here in Strasbourg. And this is one of the spots where people who are only going to be at the marina temporarily can moor. So to find this, you have to come over here to the end of these three boats. Now they might not all be here because the Baron de Cluse is for sale and people have been looking at it, but you would be able to spy that from the waterway. You'd see that dock and then you'd back in. Yes, do it. Back in, tie up and plug in down there. Okay, I've changed my perspective. Now I'm on that dock that you'd be moored on. There's the Strasbourg, there's the Relaxed Companion, and you can see the fairway it's good size, so that would be easy. Now, what if this is full? Well, you could come over here. And this might seem dodgy and difficult to get into. Well, and frankly, it is a little bit, but we're gonna walk over there and I'll show you. And you can see there's a laboat, and a laboat. There's 3 laboats, and it could actually take quite a few people in there. By the way, since I'm here, I'm gonna show you the main people gate. There's the gate, and there's a keypad to get in and out at all hours. You do need to register at the office, which is down there. We'll walk over there in a second, but that's how you do it. Okay, let's go look at the other parking areas here at the marina in Strasbourg. Okay, so we've walked all the way to the end, and you can see these rental boats here are side tied, but they could be stern tied a little bit further down. Obviously this one can't, that's not enough of a gap, but it gives you an idea that you would slide in from there and move down here, and where this horizon is, it could be stern tied, and the one beyond it could be stern tied. So this might seem a little bit dodgy, but this is totally the spot where they're going to put you if it's full in the other areas. So if you notice, there's an empty gap over here, and this might be completely acceptable. If you see this, I would suggest backing up. They will come and tell you whether or not this is an allowable spot. Gwinnell or Vincent will come and say, hey, this is good, or hey, you need to move. The Allegra is here for the winter. She's a pretty boat, and she was stern tied, and they had her change her position for the winter so that she could be side tied. And so this is that lower dock, and if you hunt and peck and find your spot down here, that's certainly acceptable. Here's an open gap. Just make sure you either back in or back out, either one. Okay, so we're back to where, let's say you potentially docked here and you plugged into here, and now you need to register. You need to go to the captainerie. And if you need water, well, this is where you get that. And you would come to the office. Ah, here comes Gwinnell. We'll say hello to her as she passes. She pretty much runs the front office. Bonjour, Gwinnell.
Hi. Hi.
So you come up these steps. She speaks English, German, and French. And then this big barge here is where the owner of the marina lives. It's Vincent. And he lives in this big barge. And in here you have a captainerie where you can buy boat supplies if you need them. And there's the office. Let's go take a look inside. This is the office here where Canals is. And this is the captainerie where you can even get wine and beer, and it even is chilled if you need it. If you live here, this is where your mail would get delivered, packages and other things, which is very convenient. As someone who doesn't live here, but my boat does, I use that a lot. Now, if we walk up here, you get to the main gate. This is where, if you had a car or a rental like this car, you can see coming in. You can come to the marina between 8 and noon and 2 to 5 every day. Otherwise, this is shut and you would need a remote control. But then there's parking down here. It's very convenient here in Strasbourg. And the marina continues this direction. Let me show you what it looks like over here. You'll see here there's one of Europe Boat Trading's vans. They've got an excellent mechanic here. His name is also Vincent. If you need an upgrade, oil change, something done to your boat, he can sort it out. I mean, from welding to electrical, they are very competent, and we've had them do lots of work on our boat, and it's very convenient. So if you've got a little issue, they can solve it. Just ask Vincent to fix your boat. Now, down here at the end, under these big trees, this is a little bit more long-term. If you've got a camper van, Vincent today told us that you could park your camper van down here. That seems like a good deal. It'd be nice to have a camper van and a boat. And this is the very end of the marina. All these bollards are cleverly painted, and you can see that there's other boats down here. And they also have a brokerage. So if you're looking for a boat, or if you are interested in selling a boat, I would recommend Europe Boat Trading. We bought from them. They're completely transparent, very honest, and I would trust them with the transaction. They do a good job, and I like being here in Strasbourg. It's nice to be centered here in a major European capital city, and this is a wonderful waterway to be on, and Vincent runs a good, tight ship. So if you want to come here, that's the deal. I'm going to take you one more space, the fuel dock, and then we'll say goodbye for this video. Okay, so one of the major stress points for people who need or have boats is, how do you get fuel for them? You can see the dock goes all the way around the big barge that is the captainerie. But down here is the fuel dock. And it's pretty simple. You pull up to the fuel dock. Here it is. I've gotten fuel here many times. Gas or diesel. And then you call Gwinnell, or you go up to the office and you say, I would like to get fuel, and she turns the pump on for you. And there you go. You get fuel. So the marina supplies fuel, water, electricity, Wi-Fi, and a place to store your boat. It's a nice spot if you're looking for winter moorage, and if you're just here for a few days, then, well, now maybe you're a little more familiar with how it works here. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of the Europe Boat Trading Marina in Strasbourg, and if you have, please consider subscribing. Until next time, I say à tout à l'heure and cheers.